I mean, that's quite the culture shock. Like, given everything you just mentioned, moving to Japan and having to experience all these things. Like, I have my own set of like culture shock. Not moving to Japan, but when I went to Japan, there's two things that are glaring to me when I think about it. So, in Japan, you guys have this thing where, like, if you're paying for something, you got to put the money or the card on this little tray. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. You put it in the tray, and then you got to slide it over to the vendor or whoever's behind the counter or whatever, and then they slide the tray back with the receipt or your change or whatever, right? And I always thought that was kind of odd. I'm like, you could just hand it over to me. Like, why I got to put it on this tray? At first, I thought it was a couple places. It's everywhere. Right? So then, I went to a bunch of restaurants that were doing this. I went to this massage place. I don't want anybody to think anything crazy. A regular massage place. It's not. I like massages. I went to get a massage, right? And I finished getting the treatment, and I went to the counter. I was by myself because, like, there were times when I travel with my friends, like, we like to separate and then come back. You know what I mean? So I was just walking around Tokyo. Was it Tokyo or Kyoto? I can't remember which city it was, but they hand me the tray at the counter to pay for my service. And I had my credit card, and I was going to give him my credit card. And he hands me the tray. So then I'm like, you know what? Let me try something. So I bypassed the tray, and I hovered the card over the tray towards him. And you know what he does? He doubles down, and he slides the tray even closer to me. Right?
Yeah. So
I triple down. I bring the card even closer to him, right? Just to see how much of an emphasis is this? How important is this? And you know what he does finally? He snatches the credit card out of my hand, slams it down onto the tray, and then kindly brings the tray towards him. I was like, damn. Oh, y'all for real. Now, what is that?
The reason is cleanliness. It's so that people don't touch hands.
But you're touching the stuff that I'm putting on the tray.
Yeah.
So,
but that's why they do it. Is it's just so you're not actually touching hands with somebody else. So it's about one is cleanliness, and then two, in general, Japanese people, they don't really touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really hug or hold hands. You know what I mean? Like, especially outside of the family, it's just not a thing. So physical contact, even among couples, is really light. Yeah. I mean, of course, in the home it's different because people make babies. You know what I'm saying? But like, within public, you rarely see people ever physically touch each other. So the idea of touching a stranger too is even more uncomfortable.
So what is go ahead.
So you know what I mean? Like with, in the States, everybody like hugs goodbye and hugs hello, and they just don't do that. Even like Japanese friends that I've had for years, if I tried to hug them, it would just be like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Really?
Yeah. Some people will be open to it because they like it, but most people, it just makes them uncomfortable. So, and that's among like friends. So if you have to like physically touch a stranger, that's like, there's just some random person, and that's like, whoa, right?